Alright, Shatterline started to do some really interesting things, bringing episodes to the gameplay, allowing you to understand a little bit more of the backstory and lore of the game. Initially, all you got was the intro showing you different things. Well, now you can actually see a little bit more into what's going on in this universe. Shatterline released this weekly episode called Red Lake. It allows you to delve in a little bit more and find out something different about the side. So it's not just the expeditions and the little things that are in the expeditions. You're actually going to be finding out a little bit more lore and some personal feelings throughout the game, making this game a little more captivating. And yes, I'll agree, Shatterline isn't the game-breaking first-person shooter that we've never seen before. It has a lot of things that are similar to other first-person shooters. Some have even compared it to CSGO, which honestly for me, I don't really understand that one at all. However, I do get this sense of Destiny. I do get this sense of like a little Call of Duty feel. The movement feels as fluid and as fun as Apex can at times. We've seen bosses in Gears of War pop up, we've seen enemies pop up, however we've not seen the creatures that they've decided to bring in the way they've decided to do it before. I like that they've modeled this off of glass in a lot of ways. I feel like that gives them the ability to make some really cool, creepy creatures with some really interesting abilities as well. So again, as we were going through the Red Lake chapter, we got to see and experience some enemies that we hadn't really experienced that way before, or I hadn't per se. I do know that if you're in the expeditions, you're gonna fight some of these guys, but they look a little different. I know in the expedition there was one that was like a bionic enemy, which was really cool. Now, it's built the same way whenever you play this. You do get a few tries. It's not as bad as the expeditions are. You can go down, like your whole squad can get wiped for each area, which just allows for the full immersion of what's going on here. Because there's a lot going on here with a little story pulled into each one. Now, the boss battles aren't ridiculously hard. Of course, it's always just knowing how to fight and the ads that make the difference. And again, although Shatterline isn't a new look and game-breaking angle on first-person shooters and sci-fi based games, it's giving the community something new to play and engage and learn about. I've learned that most gamers like lore. They want to understand more of the backstory of what's going on, and they'd like to see what's going to happen in the future. Shatterline is really setting itself up for success in my opinion, because it's giving you just enough to say, alright, there's something going on within this universe. And if you look at the dates, it's only about 6 to 7 years in the future from where we are now. How interesting. How cool. Whereas, in a lot of them now, Destiny is so future-based, so future-bent, that there's not a lot that we could say we could expect to come from that, because that's so far in the future. Now, that's not the end-all, be-all, of course. I just like what Shatterline's offering because, guess what? It's new, it's fresh, it feels good, it plays well, it's captured my attention and the attention of a lot of other players. Last I looked, Shatterline had around 16,000 people gaming on it on Steam. And a lot of people are really excited for February 2023 to see this game actually release on consoles. As am I. I'm pumped about that. I do feel like this game will do quite well, and the community will receive it quite well. There's a lot of little surprises, a lot of things hidden within the expeditions that you wouldn't typically know about. You've got people out there who have been playing and have uncovered and found some of the coolest little ways to get better loot, better gear, or just get you better prepared for that final boss fight. That's separate though, that's the expeditions. This is more of your weekly chapter of what's going on in Shatterline as far as lore and just a bit of story for you. And really the last thing that I'm going to say is I just appreciate how Shatterline's difficulty works. In expeditions is progressively more difficult, not because the enemies get harder, but because of modifiers through contamination. This mode didn't have any increasing difficulty. You literally just play through as if it was a story mission, but with co-op. You can't play it solo. The only way to play this is with online connection, but if you have a 3-squad buddy, of course it'll work out just fine. However, getting a random doesn't hurt as long as everybody knows the end goal and you don't waste too much time failing. I only failed this mission one time, and it was probably the first time. After that, we were able to complete it each and every time, learning a little bit more about how the mechanics of each enemy works. Either way, this is a pretty cool boss fight. Check it out. Make sure you go download this game if you have it on PC. Just give it a whirl. See what you think about it. You might fall in love. I know I did. I know many other people have. Enjoy it, guys. Enjoy it. Make sure, if you're very curious about some of the other things within this game and you want to know more about expeditions or PvP, I do have a playlist kind of teetered around Shatterline and some of the live streams that we've done. I'd love for you guys to check it out and see what you think, because I don't know, I'm having a blast playing the game. A lot of friends are having a blast playing the game. It's got some cool mechanics going on, and I can't wait to see what this game does in 2023. Again, just watch this awesome little boss battle, give you a little more lore and story, or just go experience it for yourself. Either way, enjoy.
Extract her! We can't risk it, Doctor. Team, eliminate target. Suckers. We could have saved her. Doctor. Don't doctor me, Nathan. What if it was Brandon? Huh? What if it was your son? We'll talk about this, Karen. Misuse. Let's get our people out.